Hi, air signs. Thank you so much for joining me today at Octavia's Insight. Today we will be covering our air signs, starting with Gemini, followed by Libra, and ending with Aquarius. This reading will be for September 4th through September 11th. My apologies for not recording on Wednesday, as I would like to do so normally. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share, like for my Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising. The week of September 4th through the 11th. Here's what I have for you. This is really kind of interesting. To tell you the truth, I really like this. All right. Gemini, looks like you have a new start. It looks like this new start is giving you this kind of a feeling of what, like, almost optimistic point of view for the future, which is really nice. What I'm seeing here, though, is a couple of things. I was going to say there's like a lot of people involved, and this may have to do with family or friends that are like family members. When I see this many of characters like the King of Cups, the Emperor, the Queen of Pentacles, this is a really strong energy that's coming through, but it's showing as stability and like financial stability, but also stability at home. And if you're thinking about moving or leaving the family, or leaving, location where the majority of the family is located, I would say go for it, because really the whole set of cards that are coming out are really positive. Even though the Queen of Pentacles kind of says, all right, let's think about packing up and relocating. We think we have enough money saved to start like organizing our thoughts or organizing a plan to make a move. I think this is great. Just the only thing I would say is make sure you have everything set and squared away, so you don't have to go back because you forgot a detail. I think this is really good also in terms of a relationship, and I'll explain why. If you have a long distance relationship, you may be thinking about how to get to that person or on a more permanent basis. But this person may have ties with other people, and it could be ties with family also, or friends, or even exes. An ex, no, I'm going to say exes, but it depends how many children they have. There are ties with an ex, and therefore there may be some sort of ultimatum or some kind of legal, like, let's say the care of a child is with the mom, but legally the father has to be at a certain distance from them. So it may be difficult for that partner of yours to just move out easily, because there may be some strings that legally may be difficult for them to bypass. That's another scenario that I'm seeing. But mostly what I'm feeling here is you moving, and I'm seeing it because of love. Because of love of a person, or the love of the place, or love of a job. There is this new opportunity, this newness that's coming and showing its face to you. And what you do with it this week has a lot to do with actual planning. Okay. Um, I'm really curious, Gemini, if you can share with me what your week was like, so I can see if I missed anything. Also, if you know anyone who's in the military, or even if you were in the military, there may be something like, let's say you wanted to buy a home and it's the first time and you want to use your military benefits. I'm kind of seeing that with this. Especially, yeah, military, buying a home. This is my military guy, but you might be stuck because either you utilized it before, and I don't know what the laws are in terms of military benefits, and vets purchasing their homes, but there's something there that you might want to look into before you make a step towards purchasing with someone you really care about. All right, Gemini, that's all I have for you for the week of September 4th through the 11th. Please share, like, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification button, and follow me at the Clubhouse. Tarot Tuesdays at 8 p.m. for an hour. I do free mini readings. You're welcome to ask a specific question or receive a general message. I will post a link in the description box below. It would be nice to have more of my subscribers join us at the Clubhouse. Okay, moving on to Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. What do we see for the week of September 4th through the 11th? What do you need to know? What is that energy looking like right now for you? Libra. All right, listen, you're going to have to utilize a lot of your strength to walk away from things or person or even people that are not quite doing you justice, okay? I feel like you're trying really hard to kind of be the calm around the storm, and you're doing a fabulous job. I also feel like in terms of relationship, you're able to somehow right now be able to work with your partner on another level. There seems to be some kind of growth. If you guys had some issues beforehand, you may have been able to learn from it, and there's where we're seeing the growth. So it's not something that is of great concern. However, the King of Swords sometimes says that there may be a person very close to you who is a little bit cold and analytical about, how he expresses, if he expresses himself at all. That may be thinking really hard about finances. Now, whether this is you or whether it's your partner, it's almost like there's a plan that you guys or individually you have in mind, but you're very concerned about how you're going to get to that goal because of the financial situation you're finding yourself on today. So the Hermit kind of describes that there's a lot of thought behind it. Maybe it's because there's a lot of things that are outstanding or is coming up, and you really need to stay on top of it. The best way to do this, Libra, is to make sure that you have a budget created. Also, in terms of relationship, the best way to manage the relationship is to figure out what it is that you don't trust about the relationship. Organize that thought, and then see just how much truth there is about this person you're with not being trustworthy. Because sometimes, Libra, though you like to be in a relationship, sometimes you really do enjoy being by yourself. But don't feel like you need to find an excuse to be by yourself while in a relationship. And by an excuse, I mean by looking at the person and saying, no, I don't trust them, I just want to walk away from this. Let's just pull back a little bit and make sure that you are focusing on what is actual reality and not what is fantasy. Staying on top of your goals. And you may have some things that you need to stay on top of at home. It is, let's say, maybe some electrical issues, plumbing issues, even roof issues. You may want to, and this is on a physical level, obviously, in regards to a home, that there may be a couple of things, more than one things that are going on that requires your attention. And this might be what's concerning you financially. It's like, you're starting to get it together, and then something happens at home and you have to utilize, the funds required for that. And that might set you back a little bit. It's also making you feel like, oh, I just need to get away. I need my serenity place now. I really can't deal with another situation at the house. Now, it's also possible that there may be some discord, some disagreement, some really high-tempered situations at home that you may need to kind of, if you see it coming, again, you may want to find your serenity place, may want to have to leave and have that time to yourself until things cool down and you're able to get back to it on a very much cooler, calm level. So basically what I'm seeing here is, if you feel that you're going to blow up, if there's a situation at home with your relationship or even at work, do not blow up. Walk away from the situation. This will be for the week of September 4th through the 11th. Calm down. And when you come back, then you can deal with each task that has been presented to you. You can deal with it one at a time. Okay, but stay on top of things. Don't look at people with mistrust. Just do the work that is required for you, and things will even itself out. Okay, Libra, that's all I have for you. Please let me know how and if that resonates with you by making a comment below. I'm surely interested in seeing how that works out for you. And moving along to Aquarius, my sun, moon, rising Aquarius. Please take a look at my Tarot Tuesdays at the Clubhouse. It's for an hour from 8 till 9. I do free mini readings. You can ask a question, or you can just receive a general message. I will post a link in the description box for you. But for now, let's look at your week for September 4th through the 11th. Aquarius, sun, moon, rising. All right, so a couple of things I'm seeing here. You may be looking at another career, or you're trying to think of something that you want to study or become more adept to, and utilize that for work. It feels like there's a lot of confusion as to what it is you really love to do, what your destiny is, what your calling is in this life, Aquarius. I feel like, you have a tendency to go back to the past, or past childhood friends, or even past memories. And that kind of makes you a little wishy-washy. Sometimes we need to be able to move from the past, um, grow out of it, and go towards a new destiny. Sometimes, you know, going back and forth with people that we don't really have any real connection to can set us back and make us very confused. Also, yeah, it feels like there's like a relationship that's been um, kind of questionable. Like, it's either you're feeling betrayed, or there's something that's just really bothering you about, and I would say not just one relationship. It may be the current relationship and two or three other past relationships that's making you really feel sad and confused about. I think that the feeling is kind of more like I give of my energy, of myself, of my time, of my things to others, and I don't feel like I get that in return. And so there seems to be like an imbalance, and I think it's probably because you're not setting boundaries for yourself and for others to respect those boundaries, and therefore you feel like you're being taken advantage of. Another thing I'm seeing is that once you get over your past hurts, even cut off people in the past that have not really been a benefit to you, um, I think once you're able to release those old cords, that old tie, that you'll be able to clearly see what's ahead of you. But you have to really clean house, Aquarius. You really need to reflect on what worked, what didn't work, because it feels like you're in this week kind of in this mode of confusion that really needs to be aired out. On a spiritual level, it will probably do you really good to smoke the house, to spiritually clean the house with incense. um, Also, it would probably be good for you to um, kind of write like a goodbye letter to maybe two or three past relationships that you just haven't completely cut out of your life. You don't have to mail the letters. You can just, put it in a bottle and send it out to the ocean. Just let it go. Usually, I have a tendency to say write the letter and burn it. But for you, Aquarius, I feel like water is going to be your healing element. So you may want to go to the beach. You may want to, and I don't see you soak in the sun as much as I see you going to the beach on a cloudy day. And after you cleanse yourself, after you come out, I see that the sun will come out, but I wouldn't look to going to the beach when it's all nice and cloudy. But that's a very specific message that I'm getting in terms of spiritual work to do for yourself, to kind of assist you to have a clearer idea as to where you're going in the future. And it has a lot to do with the ocean, has a lot to do with clouds and the sun rising afterwards. Also, if you're, now this is not for everyone, if you're doing a lot of recreational drugs or smoking a lot, that's not helping you, and it's also making you look wishy-washy with other people. So if that's making you look that way, you may want to kind of wean yourself off a little bit so that way you can have a clearer mind. All right, Aquarius, it was kind of a deep reading for you. Most of my Aquarius friends are deep. So I hope you have a really good week for September 4th through the 11th. Until the next time, bye for now.